Hope everybody got the message and what we're doing this morning. First question is, how many remember Bill Griffiths? Oh, okay. Very good. Bill led the walk from the late 80s all through the 90s and into this century. And so he is the kind of the father of Chatham Walkers. He was a great guy. He's also a no-nonsense kind of guy. He came out, he got ready, you walked, and he did 3 miles.
In all weather.
Well, which means none of this wimpy-ass stuff like today. He came out, and it was raining. Bill would have his rain jacket and his rain pants on. The rest of us all came in our raincoats, and we were soaked from here down. You did it, and it was great. And Kathleen and Mary want to say a few words, because Mary is one of the, Mary is the original, by the way. And when and when Bill was ready to pass the baton, he gave Mary some tasks to do, and he gave Kathleen a big task to do. So, Mary, you want to say something?
Well, I started in 1987. The group started in 1985. So, anyway, I always got kidded because they were going to the Governor's Cup with Dukakis at that point, and they kept saying to me, "Mary, come," and I said, "I'm not old enough. I wasn't 50 yet."
There you go.
So anyway, but Bill and I used to really race together, and at one of the Governor's Cup, we were neck and neck all the way down, and I think he let me go over the line first. But anyway, we have I don't know, you want to talk, and then you talk first.
Yeah, Mary, Kathleen?
Kathleen, is the other Kathleen Reed here? There's 2 Kathleen Reeds in Chatham now. I'm the North Chatham Kathleen. The West Chatham Kathleen Reed might show up, but she's about 20 years younger than I am and taller by several inches. Anyway, I came to Chatham, we bought our house in '94, and that's when I started part-time walking, when we come down weekends, and then I retired permanently in 1996. And as Mary said, the Chatham Walkers have been in existence for 10 years. We walked in all kinds of weather. We were crazy. It was wonderful. Yeah. And when Bill was dying, he called Mary and myself to his house and said his biggest wish was that the Chatham Walkers would continue, and would we do something about it. And so I volunteered to be the leader, and Mary took over the social side. We had wonderful parties, and still do, right? And Chatham Walkers keeps on keeping on. This was before the days of computers, so Bill Griffiths used to Xerox directions for the walks with little maps and comments and so forth. And I'll pass on to you some of his sense of humor. This is why, oh, and the sticks, yeah.
Yes.
He would go in the woods and he'd get these suitable lengths of wood and carve out. Mine said 1996 on it. We were doing a special walk up at Hawksnest Pond on that day, I remember. And the decorations are mine. This is just a wrist strap to, really get a grip. And these are little bells. Because, and it always reminds me of Bill, because this is one of his Xerox handouts. In view of the rising frequency of human and coyote conflicts, the Cape Department of Fish and Game is advising hikers, pet owners, and outdoors people to take extra precautions and keep alert for coyotes while outdoors. We advise these people to wear little bells on their clothing so that we do not startle the coyotes when they're not expecting you. We also advise people to carry strong-smelling pepper spray in case they encounter the coyotes. It's also a good idea to watch for fresh signs of coyote activity. Outdoorsmen should recognize the difference between the gray coyote, and the much larger and more ferocious grizzly coyote. The gray coyote poop is smaller and contains lots of berries and cat fur. Grizzly coyote's poop has little bells in it and smells of pepper spray. That was wonderful.
That's great. What a sense of humor.
And also, 20 years ago to this very month, we planted a tree in Bill's memory on Bridge Street. I don't know how many of you know, it's a well-kept secret.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, several of you
We
were
visited
there.
it 10 years ago. We gathered there.
Did you? Right.
Yeah, you did. You were there.
And for those of you who have come to the Walkers since then, it's not very well known, but halfway up Bridge Street on the left as you go towards the lighthouse, there's a low post and rail fence, and there's a piece of conservation land, a very small piece. And on it is a sugar maple, which we planted back in 2001. And at that time, Stuart Holden, who was one of the founding members, also planted a whiskey bottle in memory of the many discussions they had about the mission and future of the new Chatham Walkers. And many glasses of whiskey were consumed during these meetings.
Yeah.
And so Stuart stepped forward and we interred an empty whiskey bottle, which the sugar maple is now embracing here beneath the ground. Just a little secret there. Yeah.
Great.
And the mission of the Chatham Walkers was for health and companionship. There was to be no formal meetings and gavel banging. Then there was to be no dues to be paid. You just showed up and you walked. And here we are.
Yeah.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. Also, you may not know that round the flagpole here there's a brick walk with various bricks with things written on, engraved in them, and one of them says simply, the Chatham Walkers. This is our place.
Very good. Yeah, Kathleen. Yeah, Kathleen's really modest because what she didn't tell you was she personally and by herself led the Chatham Walkers Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays for 6 years. Thank you, thank you. And when she decided to retire, she said, "Who wants to do that?" And everybody said, "Nobody wants to do that." And this great plan of, oh, how about a walker, new walkers every month? Everybody says, that's the answer. And we've been going ever since. Now, about 10 years ago, folks got together and says, you know, we have all this history, we need to put it together in a pamphlet. And they did. And you old timers have this, but new people do not. Okay, and this is great. And I've had it reprinted,
really great.
and anybody that wants one after the walk, see me, I have them in the car. And so, see here, okay. No, it's okay.
Mention the cookbook.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Do you want to mention the cookbook?
Yeah, we do have a cookbook out, and we do have some copies left. If anybody would be interested, please let me know, because I do have them.
Yeah, we put it together 20 years ago, actually.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Mhm. So it has old recipes.
Yeah, right, I know.
Okay.
Goodies.
Okay, and so, so the Walkers actually started in '85, so we're on our 36th year actually right now. Now, so this booklet is 10 years old, and what we are doing this fall is we are doing an update, and so, so later in the fall we're going to have a new booklet, and it's what we've done in the last 10 years. A lot of photos. So. The other thing about this, and again, you'll when you have this in your hand, on the back page there's something about the brick. On the top of it there is a Chatham Walker song, and it's sung to "We'll Never Walk Alone." And the young lady who did the words for it is none other than Mary Chestnut. And so it's Mary Chestnut's song, and she's going to lead us.
Oh, I am?
I hope she's going to lead us. And you have the words in your hand.
Start low.
Yeah, start low.
Okay.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
When you walk through the town, keep your head up high and try to remain two abreast. Meet at 7 a.m. at the oyster pond with your name tagged to your t-shirt and vest. Walk the loop or the neck to the lighthouse and back. Hot as blazes or chilled to the bone. Walk